When Allah strengthens you, no one can break you. No one can stop what He has written for you. There will be moments in your life where you will feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, when everything seems too heavy to carry and you're on the verge of giving up. But that is exactly when Allah steps in. That is exactly when His help arrives. That is when His mercy envelops you in ways you never imagined. The strength He gives is not like the strength of this world. It's not about muscles or power or position. It's a strength that heals hearts, that brings peace in chaos, that gives you the courage to walk through fire with your head held high, knowing you are not alone. True strength does not begin when everything is going well. It does not begin when you are surrounded by praise, applause or support. It begins when you are alone, when you are broken, when you are on your knees, and when you look up and say, Ya Allah, I can't do this on my own. That is when strength begins. That is when your real journey starts. Because admitting your weakness to people may bring shame or rejection, but admitting your weakness to your Creator brings nothing but mercy, upliftment and power from the unseen. The most powerful strength you will ever receive is the strength that comes after sincere dua, after tears fall quietly on your prayer mat, and after you choose patience when your soul is restless. This strength doesn't roar, it doesn't shout, it sits quietly in your chest and steadies your heart when the world shakes around you. It is easy to pretend to be strong in front of people. It is easy to post smiles and captions that say, I'm okay. But deep inside, some hearts are exhausted, some minds are overwhelmed, and some souls are silently asking for a break. The beautiful part is Allah knows. Even before you say it, He knows. Even before you cry, He hears the pain building up. And in those moments of inner chaos, when you choose to whisper His name instead of complaining to the world, you are gifted a strength that is not visible to the eyes but undeniable in your journey. You find yourself moving forward one day at a time, and sometimes one breath at a time, and that in itself is a sign that He is strengthening you. When you lower your head in sujood with a broken heart, you are actually rising spiritually. You are showing Allah that no matter how weak you are, you choose to turn to Him. And when that happens, something powerful takes place. You may not see it, but He is preparing you. He is placing light in your heart. He is building your resilience. He is making you strong, not just for this world, but for the life that comes after. The world measures strength by status and success, but your Lord measures it by how much you trust Him when there is nothing left to hold on to. The world praises strength that shouts, but He praises the strength that submits. When you cry in the darkness and raise your hands, when you call out to Him with trembling words, those are the moments He loves the most. Those are the moments when He is the closest to you. You will come to a point in life when you realize that people cannot give you the comfort you need. Their words may be kind, but they don't reach the depth of your pain. Their advice may be sincere, but it cannot calm your storm. That is because the heart was not created to rely on other hearts. It was created to rely on its Maker. And when the heart remembers this, it is strengthened in ways no one can explain. You become someone who no longer panics when things go wrong. You no longer break down when people leave. You no longer feel empty when plans fail. Why? Because you have discovered the secret. You have learned that turning to Allah sincerely, constantly and humbly will always refill what this world empties. The strength you receive from prayer, from Quran, from dhikr, from crying in silence for His help, it's the kind of strength that does not fade. It carries you even when your legs feel weak and your voice goes quiet. You may go through situations that feel like too much to handle. You may be misunderstood, betrayed, rejected or broken in a way that no one can see. But every time you choose to walk through it with Allah in your heart, you are increasing in power, you are increasing in wisdom, you are increasing in spiritual maturity. Some people carry mountains on their shoulders and still walk with grace, not because they are superhuman, but because Allah is carrying their burden with them. They don't rely on their own ability. They rely on the most powerful, the most merciful, the one who says, indeed I am near. This strength is not always dramatic. Sometimes it looks like praying when you're tired. Sometimes it looks like forgiving someone who never apologized. Sometimes it's walking away from a sin when no one is watching. Sometimes it's waking up for Fajr when sleep pulls you back. These are the quiet, private victories that show real strength. The world may never clap for you, but the angels record every effort. Every battle you fight inside yourself is known. Every temptation you resist, every tear you hide, every day you continue to do good despite being tired, none of it goes unnoticed. It is all a part of the strength that Allah is placing inside of you. When life feels too heavy, remember that the same Lord who split the sea for Musa, the same Lord who gave victory to Dawood, the same Lord who protected Yunus in the belly of the whale, is the same Lord who is watching over you now. He knows your pain, He knows your story, He knows your silent du'as, and He will never abandon you. But He may break you first, He may test you, He may remove certain people, He may shake your world, not to punish you but to rebuild you, to replace your false strength with real strength, the kind of strength that doesn't need applause. The kind of strength that doesn't crumble under pressure. The kind of strength that helps you stand firm in this world and helps you walk with dignity toward the next. Sometimes Allah breaks you just to build you stronger. Sometimes the pain you feel is not punishment, it's construction. Your heart is being rebuilt, your soul is being refined, your trust is being deepened. And all of this is happening behind the scenes. You don't always see it while it's happening. In fact, it often feels like you're getting weaker. But give it time. Stay close to Him. Be consistent with your dua. And one day you'll look back and say, that test made me who I am. That moment of weakness was actually the beginning of my strength. Strength does not come from avoiding pain. It comes from going through pain with the right mindset. The one who constantly asks, why me, will never see the hidden treasures in the test. But the one who says, Ya Allah, help me, and continues with patience, that person will discover blessings in places others can't imagine. There will be lessons hidden in heartbreak. There will be wisdom tucked inside waiting. There will be growth hidden inside loss. And with every tear that falls sincerely, you will find your soul becoming more connected, more purified, and more content. The strength you need doesn't always come instantly. Sometimes it comes slowly, day by day, step by step, through every prayer, every sajda, every quiet moment of remembrance. It grows with your trust. It grows with your gratitude. It grows with your submission. Allah knows what you're capable of, even when you don't. He will give you only what you can bear. And when you feel like you're reaching your limit, that's often the moment He opens the door for relief. So don't stop just because it's hard. Keep going because He is with you. When you walk through hardship while holding tightly to your faith, you are building strength not just for this life, but for the eternal life to come. The world may see you struggling, but the heavens see you rising. The world may see you falling, but the angels see you turning to your Lord. And that is what matters. That is what will count in the end. The strength you gain from reliance on Allah is the only strength that will last. It will carry you through this world, and it will shine for you in your grave, and it will lift you on the day of judgment when others fall. If you want to become strong, stop relying on what people say. Stop trying to please the world. Start focusing on your connection with your Creator. Start being honest with Him. Tell Him your fears, your pain, your mistakes. He already knows, but when you speak to Him from your heart, you open the door for divine help. You allow His strength to enter your weakness, and that changes everything. Suddenly what felt impossible starts to feel manageable. What felt like a curse starts to feel like a blessing. What felt like punishment becomes purification. The people around you may change, circumstances may shake, plans may fail, but as long as your heart is connected to Allah, you will never be truly broken. The storms will come, yes, but you will remain firm, you will remain grounded, because the one who is connected to the source of all strength is never without strength. That connection is what gives you courage, it gives you patience. It gives you contentment even when you have less than what others have. That is real power. When you rely on Allah, you will never be left empty-handed. Even when it feels like you have lost everything, even when you feel abandoned by people, forgotten by the world, or trapped in a situation with no way out, the moment your heart turns completely to Allah is the moment your true provision begins. The reality of life is that the people you rely on will eventually fail you. They may not mean to, but they are human. They have limits, they get tired, they forget, they change. But your Creator is constant. His mercy does not run out. His generosity never fades. His knowledge of your situation is complete even when you don't speak a word. That is why relying on Him is not just an option, it is a necessity. It is the foundation of true peace. The heart that relies on its Creator becomes unshakable, not because life becomes easy, but because that heart is no longer tied to outcomes. It is tied to the one who controls those outcomes. Every disappointment in life is a lesson in reliance. Every closed door is a reminder that your plans are not always what is best for you. Sometimes the things we desire are not written for us, and no matter how much we try, they slip through our hands. And in that moment we have two choices. We can question, complain and rebel against the decree, or we can say, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Allah is enough for us and He is the best disposer of affairs. And when you say that with full conviction, you unlock a strength within you that no one else can give. You begin to walk differently, you begin to think differently. You begin to live not with fear of what may come, but with hope in what Allah has planned. There are moments when everything seems to collapse at once. Your efforts go unnoticed, your sacrifices are forgotten, your kindness is repaid with betrayal. It becomes hard to trust. It becomes difficult to open your heart again. But the one who learns to trust Allah never fears what people will do or say, because the heart finds a home that can never be invaded. It finds peace in the remembrance of the one who sees the unseen, hears the unspoken, and rewards the uncelebrated. When you place your reliance on Him, even the things that break you become a means of growth. Even the rejections become redirections. Even the delays become hidden gifts. Because Allah's plan is never random. It is always precise, always wise, and always in your favor, even when you don't see it. Relying on Allah does not mean you stop trying. It means you do your best and you leave the rest. It means you take every step with sincerity, with effort, with excellence, but you do not attach your happiness to the outcome. You attach it to the fact that you tried for the sake of Allah. That you did what was right even when it was hard. That you made decisions based on values, not trends. That you chose what pleases Him even when your soul craved the opposite. And that is when Allah fills your hands with contentment. Not necessarily with everything you wanted, but with something greater, peace. The peace of a soul that knows its Rabb is in control. Sometimes we become tired not because life is hard, but because our hearts are leaning on the wrong supports. We expect too much from people, from jobs, from status, from praise. And when those things fail us, we feel empty. But that emptiness is not a curse, it's a message. It's your heart telling you that it was created for something more, something eternal, something that will never disappoint. The more you rely on Allah, the less you fear loss, because you know that what is meant for you will reach you, even if the whole world tries to stop it. And what is not meant for you will never stay, even if the whole world tries to force it. Life is a series of tests, and each one is designed to teach you something. Some tests come through ease, some come through hardship. But the common lesson is always this: turn to Allah, rely on Him, trust Him. He never wastes the effort of the doer of good, and He never abandons a heart that turns to Him sincerely. The help may not come in the way you expect. The relief may not arrive when you want it, but it will come. And when it does, you will realize that it was never about the outcome, it was about the transformation that happened within you while you waited. The strength you developed, the patience you built, the closeness you gained, that is the real victory. Your silent struggles are loud in the eyes of Allah. You may hide your pain from the world. You may smile when your heart is hurting. You may act strong while feeling weak inside. But your Lord knows every detail. He knows the tears you hide from others. He knows the thoughts that keep you up at night. He knows the effort you make in silence, and none of it goes unnoticed. People see your face, Allah sees your soul. People hear your words, Allah hears your silence. And that is why true comfort doesn't come from being understood by the world. It comes from being known by the one who created you. There are times in life when no one will understand what you're going through. You try to explain, but the words don't come out right. You feel overwhelmed, but people expect you to be strong. You want to scream, but you stay quiet. And in those moments you may feel alone, but you are not alone. The most merciful is with you. The one who says, I am near, is closer to you than your own breath. And He is listening even when you cannot speak. He understands the pain that doesn't have words. And He comforts the hearts that are too tired to cry. When you cry in secret, when you raise your hands in desperation, when you whisper His name through tears, that is not weakness, that is worship, that is connection. That is the kind of sincerity that opens doors you never knew existed. That is the kind of submission that brings strength from the unseen. You may not get immediate answers, but you will get something greater, the presence of Allah in your life. And when He is present, there is no pain that is meaningless. There is no struggle that is wasted. There is no effort that is lost. Everything you go through becomes a step towards something better. People may judge you by what they see. They may assume things about you. They may speak without knowing the full story, but their opinions do not define you. Your worth is not in their approval. Your value is not in their validation. Your dignity is preserved by the one who knows you fully and still loves you completely. When you place your heart in His hands, you are safe, you are secure, and you are honored, not because of what people see, but because of what He sees. You will meet people in life who seem to have it all together, but remember, everyone is struggling with something. Some hide it better than others. Some smile while battling inner storms. Some laugh while carrying unseen wounds, and the most beautiful souls are often the ones who have suffered the most, yet choose to keep going, to keep believing, to keep doing good, even when no one notices. These are the ones who are strengthened by Allah. These are the ones whose silent battles are turned into silent victories. The tests of life are not always visible. Sometimes the greatest tests are internal. Controlling your anger, forgiving someone who hurt you, holding back from a sin, staying silent when you're provoked, waking up for Fajr when sleep is heavy, resisting despair when everything is falling apart. These are the quiet struggles that show true strength. And when you endure them for the sake of Allah, you are not just passing a test, you are building a future in the hereafter. Every silent effort is recorded. Every sincere intention is counted. Every step you take closer to your Creator is rewarded, even if no one in this world knows. There will be days when you feel like giving up, days when you wonder if the struggle is worth it, days when you feel like your dua is not being heard. But don't stop, keep asking, keep hoping, keep turning to Him. Because the one who turns to Allah is never turned away. Maybe the answer is being delayed so that you can grow. Maybe the delay is protection. Maybe your heart is being prepared for something greater. And maybe, just maybe, the very thing you're waiting for is waiting for you to become the person who can carry it with gratitude and humility. Allah will never burden you beyond what you can bear. That promise is not just a verse to be read. It is a reality that a believer will live through in every hardship, every loss, every struggle. Sometimes you will feel as though you are at the edge, as if one more difficulty will break you entirely. But the truth is, if you were not capable of handling what you are going through, it would not have come your way. It may seem unbearable now, but He who created your heart knows its true capacity. He who created your soul knows how much strength you carry, even when you are convinced you have none left. What you consider your breaking point may actually be your turning point. That moment when you kneel in exhaustion, defeated by life, and whisper, "I can't do this anymore," is often the moment your soul opens up to a strength far greater than your own. The pain you experience is never in vain. The difficulties that come your way are never random. They are measured, perfectly tailored to your soul's need for growth, purification, and elevation. Every hardship you face is an opportunity. An opportunity to turn back, to reflect, to soften your heart, to call out with sincerity, to realign your priorities, and to surrender completely to the one who already knows your future. If only you could see the wisdom behind your trials, you would thank Allah for every closed door, for every tear, and for every unanswered prayer. But that's the beauty of faith. It teaches you to trust even when you don't understand. There are moments when you feel like you're drowning in responsibilities, emotions, and pain, and just when you think you've reached your end, you find yourself still standing, you're still trying, you're still praying. That in itself is proof that you're being carried by a strength that is not yours. There is divine help surrounding you at every moment, even if you don't see it. Sometimes the people who look the strongest on the outside are the ones who cry quietly in their sujood, who tremble in the night asking Allah for help, who feel the weight of the world, yet still manage to smile and spread kindness. That strength is not theirs. It was placed there by the most merciful. Life is not about having an easy path. It's about having the right tools to survive the journey. And those tools are patience, gratitude, reliance, and remembrance. You were not promised a life without struggle. You were promised help through the struggle. You were promised that for every hardship there will be ease. The ease may not always be in the form of the problem disappearing. Sometimes it's in the form of your heart becoming calm. Sometimes it's the gift of clarity. Sometimes it's the ability to accept what you cannot change and move forward with grace. That's the kind of ease that transforms you, and it often comes when you've been tested the most. Sometimes strength looks like keeping quiet when your heart wants to explode. Sometimes it looks like walking away from something that your ego wants to chase. Sometimes it looks like holding your tongue, being patient with people who hurt you, choosing forgiveness over revenge. These moments are not small. These are major victories in the eyes of your Creator. Because every time you resist the whispers of the soul and choose what pleases Him instead, you are being elevated. And that elevation doesn't just benefit you in this world, it shines for you in the hereafter. When rewards are seen with the eyes, not just felt in the heart. There are times when you feel unseen. You do good, you sacrifice, you stay sincere, yet no one notices, but the one who matters the most sees it all. Your effort is not wasted. Your patience is not forgotten. Your silent cries are heard. And when the time is right, you will be repaid in a way that will make you forget the pain. It will be worth it. Every sleepless night, every lonely day, every moment of restraint, every time you said no to what your nafs desired for the sake of your Lord, it will be worth it. Because He has promised and He never breaks His promise. Sometimes being strong means trusting Allah when nothing makes sense. When your plans collapse, when your heart breaks, when your expectations are shattered and you still say, Alhamdulillah, that is strength. That is a heart trained in surrender. That is a soul that understands that Allah is never unfair, that He doesn't make mistakes, and that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, even if your limited view cannot yet comprehend it. To say, I trust you, Ya Allah, when your life feels like it's falling apart is one of the most powerful forms of worship. It's easy to trust when life goes according to plan. But real faith appears when everything goes in the opposite direction and you still don't let go of hope. There will be seasons in life when nothing seems to work. You'll put in the effort, make the dua, stay patient, and things still won't change. But don't stop. Keep walking. Keep praying. Keep trusting. The road may be long, but every step you take is progress. And even if you don't arrive where you wanted, you'll arrive where you're meant to be. You'll arrive with a stronger heart, a wiser mind, and a soul that has tasted the sweetness of surrender. Sometimes Allah doesn't change your situation because He wants to change you. And once you've changed, once your heart is ready, He will open the door in a way that feels like a miracle. You'll look back and say, now I understand. The tests you go through are not always about what's happening around you. Often they are about what's happening within you. They expose your attachments, your weaknesses, your priorities. They force you to let go of what you were holding too tightly. They bring you to a place of vulnerability where the only option left is to turn to Him. And when you do, something beautiful happens. You begin to realize that everything you truly need cannot be taken from you. Your Iman, your connection with Allah, your ability to make dua, your ability to seek forgiveness, these are treasures that no one can steal. And as long as you hold on to them, you are never truly poor. You are never truly weak. Don't underestimate the power of quiet trust. Sometimes the most powerful moment of your life is when you close your eyes, take a deep breath and say, Ya Allah, I don't know what's going to happen, but I trust you. That moment can shift your entire reality. That moment can bring down blessings from the unseen. That moment can mark the beginning of peace that stays with you even in the middle of storms. When you give up the illusion of control and embrace the reality of divine wisdom, your heart finally rests. Because you no longer feel the need to figure it all out. You just need to keep moving with your hand in His. You are not meant to carry everything alone. You are not expected to have all the answers. You are not created to be perfect. You are created to turn, to repent, to seek, to strive. You will fall. You will make mistakes. You will get tired. But every time you get back up with sincere intention, you are proving your strength. Not the strength of the body, but the strength of the soul. And that strength is the one that truly matters. It's the strength that holds you firm on the straight path. The strength that keeps you praying when life becomes heavy. The strength that makes you smile through tears because you know your reward is with the most generous. So never underestimate the strength Allah has placed inside you. The fact that you're still breathing, still trying, still making dua, still holding on to even a little bit of hope, that itself is a sign that He is with you. He hasn't let you go, and He never will. When Allah strengthens you, you will start to see everything differently. You will stop chasing the wrong things. You will stop fearing the future. You will stop worrying about people's opinions. Because now you are anchored by something unshakable. Your heart is tied to its creator, and there is no safer, no stronger, no more peaceful place to be. Keep going, keep trusting, keep calling out to Him. The strength you need is already on the way, and soon the same people who wondered how you survived will wonder how you're thriving. And you will smile not because everything is perfect, but because Allah strengthened you in ways no one else could.